Well-known, most respected opponents to date. Would you say this one is tougher than the Crawford fight, or do they both like have their own complexities?
No, they're both tough in their own way. I mean, remember, Vergil Ortiz is a young fighter. He's a young up-and-coming fighter with a great record. Younger, making a lot of noise, very aggressive. Crawford, a technician, one of the smartest fighters in boxing, who's never ducked anybody, who's beat some of the best fighters in boxing, and to be considered one of the best fighters pound for pound, the best pound for pound fighter of this era. So they're both dangerous in their own way. Stylistically, everybody has their own style, and their styles are very dangerous.
Yeah.
So the fact that Israel went 12 rounds with Terence Crawford in a close decision, it makes me happy, because going in the ring against Vergil Ortiz, who is also coming from 47 to 54, to us is like, let's see what he has, and let's work with what he has. I know for a fact that neither Crawford or Vergil hit harder than Madrimov. Why? Because Madrimov is a natural 154 pounder. He's been in that division longer than that. They're really coming from 47. I saw Vergil against Bohashuk, another fight that was close. Close fight. Vergil was always aggressive, landing good shots, but he was getting countered as well. He got dropped twice. There were two knockdowns. Even though they were flash knockdowns, but he was never hurt to the point where to stop the fight. But Bohashuk is a one-dimensional fighter coming forward, taking everything from Vergil. And I said, wow, Vergil hits him with everything. He doesn't drop him. So that makes me think, did Vergil carry his power from 47 to 54? We'll see. It was his first fight. He needs to mature and grow in that division. So there's a lot of things that we don't know that we'll find out on February 22nd.
And we the fight fans, we talk about the fight that's going inside. There's also another fight going on between corners, two of the most known trainers in the world. How do you prepare, the adjustment game, this is working, this is not working game? You guys are also having your own little chess match in there as well.
Everything happens as the fight goes. We have to adjust based on the plans. You have to analyze the fight when the fight is happening. You have to see what they're doing. I have to always look at Vergil. What is he doing? What's he doing right? What's he doing wrong? That way I can program my fighter. And I know it's always a fight between fighters and a fight between coaches. But it just bothers me sometimes, because politics plays more into favoritism. I haven't been in the ring against Robert Garcia many times, too many times. But the times that we have been, we share the ring together. Obviously there is man, I beat him, he beat me, whatever. But honestly, the fight against Oscar Duarte and Bartier, he walked away with a decision, which I'm not happy, because that was my decision. How can Oscar Duarte win a fight when my fighter landed 105 more punches on him? And they were dethroned at the end of the fight. You could see the whole team knew they lost, and they walk away. So now okay, Robert walked away with a fucking win over me. It bothers me, So whatever it is, it is. We're here to work. If he beats me, fine. Hey, I take it as a man. But when I feel like I didn't lose, it bothers me. It takes me a long time to digest that, because we all work hard. My fighter works hard. I work hard. We want to come home with a victory. Yeah. But when you come home knowing that you won a fight and you didn't come home with a victory, it bothers me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now, going into this fight with Vergil Ortiz and Israel, it is what it is. We got two great fighters. He has a great fighter in Vergil, and I got a great fighter in Madrimov. Let's give the fans what they want. Yeah. If he walks away with a win, great, congratulations. If I walk away with a win, hey, I'll be happy. But let's make it fair for both.
So in a sense, you're if I lose and I know I lose, I'll take it like a man. but don't.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Believe me, since I was a kid, if I lose, I lose. I take it like a man.
Yeah.
But when I don't lose, and I walk away with a loss, it really bothers me for a month.
Hey, we're gonna look at the judges. We're gonna do our due diligence and be like, hey, did you guys do your homework? I think it comes down sometimes to accountability, right, Coach?
Right.
It's like, hey, just do your job and
yeah. Well, hopefully we get the fair decision. We get the fair decision and we go from there. No.
Yeah. Final message to we won't take too much of your time, Coach. A final message to the fight fans are everybody's like looking forward also to this fight. Like we said, everybody now knows Madrimov's name, knows that like hey, he gave Crawford a very tricky fight. A lot of people did see him winning. He is the goods at 154. So what can we expect from this fight come fight night?
Honestly, you know what? The Better BF fight is gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great rematch. Another big fight for the fans. But I think from the whole card, besides that fight, the next best fight of that card is Madrimov and Vergil. Why? Because they're both made for each other, and I think that Madrimov style and Vergil style is gonna give the fans a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and then of course there's a super stab card. It feels like one of those old school Don King kind of cards.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of fans going like, hey, we're gonna support this card. We're gonna buy into it. We're gonna pay. Well, while other times there's been other pay-per-views that have been much more expensive, but a lot of the fight fans are loving what Turk Alashik is doing. They want to support him the way he's been showing love to the sport. What message do we have to the fight fans for that?
Well, for the fight fans, all I can tell you guys is this: we're working every day with every single one of our fighters. We have a strong team, and we know that every other team trains with the same purpose: to give everybody the great fights. I know a lot of people were already just getting a little demoralized based on the fights that we were getting in the past years, but now that Turkey Alashik came along, he's changing boxing for the best and putting up the good fights, giving those names for the fans is gonna create a lot more attention and it's gonna motivate the people to subscribe more and to watching those pay-per-view fights.
And before we get out of here, Coach, I want you to plug in the guys that are fighting from the Coachella Valley and some of the guys that you're training that are fighting in Texas. If you could plug the next couple of fights.
Right now in our schedule, we have Ramon Cardenas. We have Bahadir Jalolov. Bahadir Jalolov is a heavyweight from Uzbekistan, 2-time gold medal champion. He's fighting in Canada February 6th. And then February 8th, I'll be in San Antonio, Texas with Ramon Cardenas. Another great kid, another tough kid who's fighting an undefeated guy, Costa, back in San Antonio. Watch that fight, great fight. From there, we'll go to Saudi for Madrimov and Vergil Ortiz. And in our schedule, back March 6th, we're coming back to Indio, here in Fantasy Springs Casino. We have Gucci Manny Flores, main event here at home. So up to now, those are the schedules we have. And maybe we'll see Grant and Caden Griffiths on that card.
Hey, no, thank you, Coach. Thank you for the time again. Obviously, we know that sometimes Indio doesn't know what you have, but the fight fans that are watching these videos, they know who you are and the journey that all these fighters and that you go through just to keep chasing that dream. So again, we're blessed that Turk Alashik is kind of spreading a little bit of love into the sport. We're happy. We're here to support it, and we can't wait to see these fights come February 22nd, the 8th, and March 6th. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Awesome.